we are celebrating his anniversary, and we want to celebrate you for sharing it with your friends and family members. Continue to do that, because DJ, the Money Coach, is helping people really win in the money game, and he wants to help more. And he is doing it because of your sharing with friends and family. This is Dr. Willie Jolly. Congratulations, DJ.
Congratulations to DJ the Money Coach on an outstanding year of excellence. With you and your team of experts, you help so many within the community and across the globe obtain their dreams of becoming financially independent.
Happy anniversary, DJ and everybody at the 7th Grades of Money. That whole team, just want to wish everybody a happy anniversary, great success, and many more years of changing people's lives. You've increased credit scores, you've gotten people access, you've increased their bank account, and we're doing all the things we need to do to create passive and generational wealth for people who look like me and you.
I had the pleasure of being introduced to Dale as a person who cares about the plight of black people. And I can tell you by his behavior, actions, and words, he's truly a black nationalist. I want to congratulate you guys on your first year anniversary of being on social media, and then you have many more years of being of service to our people and helping them become financially independent.
All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bet on Black, the men, the family, the legacy. A new series brought to you by DJ the Money Coach. Last week, we came at you with the pre-launch of our show. Now we're coming to you for real this time with the official launch of Bet on Black, part 2 of Humble Beginnings. So we got a couple more brothers. Well, one more brother with us today. They want to turn their cameras on so we can see them. Come on in, brothers. I'll see you. Don't be shy. Yeah, there we go.
This is your life.
One more. What's the elder statesman at? Show yourself, elder statesman.
Where you at? Original OG?
Bless us with the presence. but yeah. Well, as the original OG, figures out his camera, we'll go ahead and reintroduce the show again. So again, this is Bet on Black, the men, the family, the legacy, brought to you by DJ the Money Coach. Of course, I'm Nick Westbrooks. You see me all the time. Well, actually, you know all. If you've been here before, you know all these brothers that are on here. But we're gonna reintroduce them today. If if you don't know DJ the Money Coach and Ron Harris, aka Ron Rich, go back to last week's show and get their full story. You've met Leonard Ray before, but Leonard Ray is gonna dig a little bit deeper into his story and tell you more about
man. Damn.
Don't forget. There you go.
Sorry about that. This is a form. When we do it like this, y'all come in. I was, I've been drinking a little bit today. They be like, we say we're gonna let us do what we got to do. Be real. That's what I like about it. We can fuck up and still come back. Now you said that was like that real show.
Yep.
Sorry,
fellas.
Roll
with it.
All right, Ron, let Nick finish his job.
Maybe I had a little bit too much. Look, I got a little champagne, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. This is wine, I guess. It's champagne, but I'm drinking a little too much today.
It's all good. See, we showing you that it's all real. We're not editing this out. This is live right here.
No, I'm gonna be all right for the rest of the show. I promise. Everybody, okay?
All right. Let the young whippersnapper finish his job real quickly.
I'm done. I'm done.
Let's make this real. I mean, really, it is what it is. But DJ, as long as we put some value to everybody that listens, it's worthwhile taking some of the shortcomings.
Right. So what we want to do, guys, what our show is based on is, like Nick said, it's going to come to you live every Thursday, and we're going to talk about real men, real family, and real legacies. and it's going to be surrounded by one word. It's an acronym called STEAM. STEAM is science, technology, entrepreneurship, access, and mentorship. And the other special part about it, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals who are watching this, it's going to come from 4 generations every week. We're going to have elder statesmen, we're going to have middle statesmen, we're going to have young statesmen and young upstarts to talk about their viewpoints in real life. And we're going to bring on guests that also are free. In order to be on this show, you got to be, you know, in the 7-figure net worth club. You got to be in the 6-figure proven certified, you know, income club, and you got to be 100% black. Those are the criterion, and you got to be real. So we're coming out here every week to debunk all this fake crap on social media, because 95% of it is destruction in our community. I'm just going to keep it real with you. So I'm bringing on people who are my friends, my advisors, my brothers. And at the end of the day, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, we are. So that's what you can expect to get every week, ladies and gentlemen, from Bet on Black, the men, the family, the legacy. And you will never get anything less than the best from this group. I guarantee that. And that's a DJ the Money Coach new series. And matter of fact, ladies, we got a show for you too. Every Sunday night, starting this Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time, Bet on Black, hosted by Nick Westbrooks. And it's called The Women, the Family, the Legacy, and how sisters support strong brothers to build amazing black families, and unapologetically real talk. So thank you for coming out to the show. And with that said, we're going to continue part 2 of Humble Beginnings with our third anchor, the undeniable, the reluctant talker that I've had to, you know, just berate and be on him. And thank God he allowed me to get him on our platform, because he's been a blessing to everybody. And he's probably the biggest star and the most humble guy on the planet is Leonard Ray. So Leonard, man, thanks for being part of the program. And we got our other brother coming on. But last week we all told the beginning of our story, and we started out with where we were. I think it was when we were like in from age 10 to 12, to say a little bit about who you are and then how you got to where you are. So you got the floor, preacher. Preach.
Oh man. First of all,
and that's what I'm gonna call him, the preacher.
What's going on, family? How's all the men doing? Respect to my elders, my partners, my friends. I appreciate giving me an opportunity to come on here and kind of kick it with you guys. You know, it's pretty much we heard this is guy talk. We've heard that saying before, but it was always a bad saying that goes around with that. You know, you don't have to talk that way, but this is where successful guys who are entrepreneurs, this is how we talk. We just keep it real. You know, I missed last week. I had some craziness going on. You know, that's how it is, man. Life still happens, but you know,
hey, look, let me chime in. Hey, man, tell us about them real things that happen, because people need to understand that it ain't always cream.
Yeah. So last week I had a serious security issue at one of my properties. The electricity went down, and when it finally came back up, no security cameras, no security cameras, no alarms, nothing. So literally, I got the people who put the stuff in there. They came out. It was a big thing because, you know, this particular property had tons of value in it, tons of stuff in it, and I was just like, "Yo, this is insane." So I pretty much staked out there with friends in hand, just to make sure things stayed safe. And you know, it ended up getting fixed, but it ended up getting fixed by me. You know, what people don't understand is, yeah, I have a background in this stuff. I'm not going to tell you to do something if I ain't already doing it. So, you know, I went ahead and I fixed it myself, and now it's up and running and it's all good. So I thank God for that. You know, I'm able to climb on a ladder and do the things I need to do as an electrician, because you pick up these. So one thing about me, I need to know what the hell you're doing, because push come to shove, you ain't going to be overcharging me because I know what it entails. So if you do the work yourself, then you go ahead and hand it to somebody else to do it. When it comes down to actually doing, then you know what's going on. So that's what happened. So everything's up and running. Thank God. Like I said, I ended up fixing the problem myself, and moved on. So that's just one thing about life. Life's gonna happen. You're gonna have those ups and downs. And then it was something that Ron said earlier. He was like, it's a situation where it's your get back up. We all fall down, but it should get back. It should get back up. And if you can get back up, then it doesn't really matter.
Hey, was that commercial property or residential?
That was actually commercial property. So when I said I had hundreds of thousands of dollars in there in that property.
Was that the one I saw you on Instagram walking through last week?
No. There was another one that had already been finished. Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you mean tell me you got more than one commercial property as a black man?
That's what my daughter says. Yeah.
hey, man. My bad.
Yeah. Doesn't everybody? It's like,
What? Does everybody? I don't know. I used to.
That's the thing. We were just having a conversation before we went live, and it was like, it's a reason why the housing market is, going crazy, is because of supply and demand. So everybody is jumping out of the commercial market because they're saying, people are not going to offices and all that other stuff. No, people won't get out because people are creatures of habit. So they're going to go back and they're going to get out. And a lot of times, to be honest with you, people want to get away from their freaking relationships and spouses and kids. So they're going to go back to wherever they need to go back to. And that's just real talk. I know for a fact Corona has ruined several marriages because they get around each other and realize they can't stand each other. They had that little exit at work where they can get away, and now they can't because they're stuck at home. People dying to get out of the house. So that's what the situation is. So my beginning pretty much came from Southeast Washington, D.C. Anybody who knows that wasn't like the best area to come. Right now it's been gentrified, so it's amazing if you come from there now. But my mom, my father, everything was all good. I think they got divorced when I was like 2 or 3, didn't remember. But we hopped around from situation to situation. So a lot of things happened. I remember just in elementary school, and my father moved on, got married, and he had kids with my stepmom, and it is what it is. So me and my brother, we hung out in an apartment, and that apartment complex is still there, and we pretty much went to school from there. Elementary was, I guess, okay. I got introduced to girls pretty early, I guess I will say that. So in 3rd grade, I was so distracted that I just couldn't concentrate. And real talk, I actually stayed back in 3rd grade because I just wasn't concentrating. I had too much other stuff that was going on at that age, and it shouldn't have been something that serious, but it is what it is. And my mom's like, if he ain't doing what he need to do, he need to get held back. And that was strange because at that time I moved from Maryland. We were living in Maryland, and we moved to DC. And then I got into another school, and I repeated it all over again. But it was probably one of the best situations for me because one thing, I had some great teachers, had some great mentors, and first quarter out of that was never honor roll. And then ever since, just maintaining. So we lived with my grandmother for a minute until my mom grinded and worked 3 or 4 jobs, got enough to buy our house, and then we moved, and life got interesting from there. High school was the same thing. Had my big brother was in high school, once he graduated 10th grade, kind of find your own situation, pretty decent in 10th grade. We're pretty much decent in all high school. I can honestly say I was the only one of my friends that never failed a class because I failed before. So it was going back to our original thing, getting back up. So I made sure I never failed anything else because I know how that felt back in the third grade. I thought I was, I did something wrong. And life continues to teach us that if we fail, then something is wrong with us. But actually, we don't learn unless we do fail. So I learned to be better. And from that point on, I learned to get better. High school was great. By the time I was in the 11th grade, I was actually teaching. I was in all 12th grade classes. I was supposed to graduate early, but they wouldn't give me 12th grade English. So I pretty much taught the 12th graders in math and, went from there. Got a scholarship, decided to turn down my scholarship. Got a little bit of the entrepreneurial blood from my mom, and graduated at 18. At 19, opened up my first business, and then by the age of, I want to say 20, 21, I bought the building. So
wait a minute, hold up. You opened up a business, or you were just hustling at 19, or you had a real business? And
no, I opened up a real business. At 19. I was working. Yeah, I was working and I was going to school just for 12th grade English, and then I would leave. So my day was
like a co-op program.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I got a job with a security company and learned how alarm systems and all that. So all the alarm systems, solar alarm systems, all that great stuff. I became the youngest manager at 18. So I was making pretty much $50,000-$60,000 at 18, still in high school.
Whoa! Stop! You just said you were making $60,000 at 18.
Yes. Yeah. Well, 17 because you're listening. I was When
was this?
Yeah. This was in 1994.
Dang!
I'll tell you the research because
wait a minute. You were making the same amount of money I was making coming out of college at 18.
Yeah, Sprint. If you do your research, it was called, I think it was phone file something, but Sprint had an alarm system, and they were making an alarm system, and my company was one of the distributors of that alarm system. That alarm system on average costs $3,000 to $4,000 for basic. I think it was called like Bond Safe. You can do the research on it. And I was selling, 2 and 3 a day. And I was getting $500 commission off of everyone I sell. And I was a great salesman. So got taught by, one of the higher ups in there, started hanging around older people. I'm like, yeah, but I learned real quick. If you want to do something great, hang around the elderlies. Hang around the winners, the older folks. Because
like Ron Rich.
They gonna drop some game, and because they've been there before. So literally, right. I would go to appointments with the top salesman that happened to be, it could be my father, and I would just hang out and I sit in the back and I just take notes, and that's what I did. So it went from there, and then next thing you know, he offered me a position at when I turned 18, he offered me a manager position. He said so he got me a location. It was in Waldorf, Maryland. It wasn't that close to where I lived at the time, but he was paying for my gas, and I was 18 in charge of 20 people. And he said, you don't have to do any more. You didn't have to do any more, door-to-door salesman or
Ron Bonds, did you do that? This brother at 18 was making $60,000 a year in a business in 1994.
No, that's crazy because I was happy graduating from a 4-year institution making 32 with a degree in accounting and finance, like a very technical field.
Right.
Happy making 32.
No.
Oh man.
I'm humble.
That's all I gotta say.
Giving my money to my mom. I was paying the bills in the house. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I was literally cashing. I was giving her to cash the check. She got me an account at credit union, and that's where I got my first account. And I was paying the bills out of that. I was like, all right, mom, well, you need mortgage. Here it is.
No, that's super dope. I'm not surprised But you do have to be caught off guard, right?
Dog, yeah, I mean, that would cut me off guard. I mean, I know what you are now, but I'm just trying to comprehend because in 94, 95, man, I was skiing and working in the car business, and I was making about $60,000 a year, and I thought I was balling. And I think I'm about 6-7 years older than you.
Yeah.
Right.
And you was slinging real money, like drug money, but you were making real business money at 18. Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah, he was probably taking his jeans to the cleaners and getting them pressed. That's how much money he had. Just because he could.
Because you know, he looked like that preppy type. Don't he look like that preppy type?
Absolutely. Just because he could. Yeah,
you know what they say about white people, right?
Yeah, press them for me. Nice firm crease in the front.
Oh, man. So finish up, Leonard. So you next, Ron. So finish up because we told us, man, this is awesome, dude. I gotta put that out in my playbook. God, man, I was already mad and envious of you. Now I'm even more envious of you.
So, I got very close with the two owners of the company, and I would hang out with them because I was now a manager. I wasn't one doing the work. I was one who stayed in the office. So I would be on the conference calls. I would see all this stuff. And one day, I'm in his office as the owner, and he's sitting there, and he's on a desk, and he's sitting back, and he doesn't look like me, but it's all good. You know, I'll be honest. This guy taught me how to save. I call him my business father. So, literally.
You had the rich dad, poor dad.
Yeah. He literally got me the game. He didn't go to college either. He didn't even graduate high school. So I'm sitting there in this office, and we're, hanging out just, but they're doing everything we're doing, and we're getting all the calls and all the sales. And he's like, "Oh man, it was a pretty good day. We sold like 5 systems. We made about $30,000." I said,
Come
"What?"
On, man. Yeah.
In 94, man, that was a lot of money, brother.
Come on.
Yeah, and I said, hold on. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know I'm getting paid. But what you're telling me is you made $30,000 today, and I'm your best salesman, and I'm in here.
So how quickly did you quit and become his competition?
Oh, dude. He moved me out to that new place. He gave me, he treated me like a son. Like, seriously, he treated me like a son. Now I look back on it. He gave me all this knowledge he would drop in me. But he made a comment, and it still sticks to me to this day. He told me, if you ever want to make some real money, own your own business.
So he didn't say go to college.
No.
He said own a business.
Yeah, because here it is. He didn't even finish high school, and he just made $30,000, and he did none of the work. He was inside the office. So he wasn't knocking on doors. He wasn't on his phone, telemarketing, calling people, setting up appointments. He wasn't going there and trying to sell the security system. He was inside with his feet up on his desk. And he was, back real comfortable, because, they tell you stuff when they're comfortable. And he said, man, you ever want to make some real money, start your own business. 4 months later, I left him. Yep.
4 months later.
4 months later, I left him. He called me. I remember the conversation. He called me. He was like, what's going on? I said, I'm not showing up. I'm done. He said, what do you mean? I gave you everything. I've given you your own. Yeah, I've given you your own store, your own location. You got 20-some people under you. I'm paying for your gas there and back and forth. Like, what is going on? And I was on a payphone. A who? A payphone. This is back in the day.
Payphone. What's that?
Payphone. All right.
Hey, you're gonna have to pull that up too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You changed quarters and nickels and dimes. It didn't even cost 25 cents then, okay? So I was on a payphone. I called him because he texted me. With a pager. Like doctors and drug dealers used to have.
He beeped you. He didn't text you. He beeped you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. I'm so far gone. He beat me. He paged me, and I called him back. And he asked me why I wasn't coming to work. And I told him, I said, remember in your office a few months back, you told me if I ever wanted to make some real money, I had to open up my own business. And that's what I'm doing. But I could have this real conversation with this guy. And as mad as he got, he was on the phone, he took a deep breath and he said, I respect that. If you need anything, if you need any help, you need any of that, setting up anything, let me know.
Oh, wow. Man, that's something else. Hey, man. Hey, let's introduce Ron Bonds. So, Ron, we kicked off because you guys, you had a thing going on with your business. Leonard had a thing going on with his business for the introductory. So this is the part 2. So what we wanted real quick, like, 2-3 minutes, give us your quick backstory and then tell us what your little challenges were in business. And then we're going to get into the dialogue with everybody.
Okay, cool. All right. So,
and maybe you can even share with them how long we've been knowing each other.
That'll work too. So again, my name is Ronald Bonds. I'm actually located here in Chicago, Illinois. My professional background starts with a traditional route.
And you can have a real drink because this is a grown man show.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I got some real healthy thing. My kids is crazy because I do this a lot, like hang loose. So the minute that they saw this, they went bananas. So I opened it up expecting something really fruity. Bruh, it is so healthy. It's good for you, but not necessarily good. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I had one of them. Sabukas or whatever they call them. Sabuka, Michael, or whatever.
Yeah, man. I don't know what this thing is, man. It's crazy, but it's all
yeah.
right.
But anyway.
So Ron Bonds, located here in Chicago, Illinois. My background, a very traditional route. I think I was told, like many of us around our age group, it's really important that you pursue a higher education. So I grew up in a household surrounded by a mom who was really exceptional at math, and the same thing with my stepfather. So he was an auditor for First Chicago Bank at the time. So somehow through osmosis, I picked up a slight edge, a gift in terms of kind of managing numbers that came really easy for me. So math was super. So the idea was to kind of follow in their footsteps and get an undergraduate degree in accounting. So I graduated from Western Illinois with a accounting degree, and I worked in the private sector for roughly 20 plus years. All of that, not necessarily 15 years of that in accounting, finance, and then the last 5 years or so was in sales. And that was probably the best part of my career because it allowed me to step outside of, something I've been doing for most of my life, which came very easy to me. And that was kind of managing numbers, really data mining, putting together a package and articulating that message in a very concise way to marketing, sales, so people can make decisions about the business and drive profit and loss, right? So the benefit that I had kind of working in that environment was specifically at the company that I was at, which was Kraft Foods. Phenomenal talent, like top tier talent, like just making it to that type of organization was amazing because I think we all understand the value of kind of being around a collective group of people that think like you, that inspire you, that challenge you, that motivate you. Like it pushes you beyond your own limits, right? So being in that type of environment challenged me, right? To the point where, Dale, and you'll appreciate this, like being an entrepreneur was really never something that I aspired to do. It just wasn't. It was not front of mind for me. My spouse.
That was Tanya's lane.
Yeah, that's Tanya's. Like that wasn't me.
Yeah.
I was
when we met. Yeah, you were straight corporate when we met.
And that's
you were a little tight. You were a little tight.
Come on, you gotta think about. I just told you, you gotta think about my undergraduate degree. That is accounting and finance. We are conservative by nature, and our job is to mitigate risk, not take it. You see what I'm saying? So by me attempting to take that risk, man, I short circuit, right? I short circuit. So here's what has to happen for some of us, right? And I'm gonna just give you my story. Short and sweet. Major corporation, Kraft Foods, billions of dollars, right? We got into the habit of acquiring other companies.
Yeah, what was your aha moment?
Yeah, here it comes, right? So one day I'm on spring break in Florida with the family, and I get the news that Kraft Foods is about to be acquired by some massive investment company from a different country. And I'm just like, how is that even possible, right? Because we are a monster. We are the Titanic here in the States. No one can acquire us. So I started doing some digging, and the rumors were true. And I also did some additional digging to understand their process in which they did it, right? So most companies, when they acquire, there's a little bit of self-preservation, right? So the people at the top, part of the decision to be acquired, they preserve their jobs, right? And what they tend to do is get rid of the people that are actually doing the work. Not everybody works. So, you know.
Wait, hold up. You mean they purposely out of greed get rid of the underbelly so they can pad in their pocket?
That's
self-preservation, Dale.
Oh, geez, Ron here. Talk to us, Ron.
When they integrate that way, they're gonna cut. Because see, the thing is, anytime you merge two corporations like that, Kraft Food bought Oscar Mayer out. They bought General Foods. They bought a lot of the heavyweights out there. Because, you know, I was working with, so I started with General Mills back in 1974. Okay, back in the day, I was the second black executive that they had in the food industry, and I came in beyond not because of affirmative action, because of the fact that they brought in a lot of black guys that really did well in college, and especially here in the Midwest in Detroit, from guys from Michigan State, Wayne State. And the bottom line is this: there's been so many mergers in the last 20 years that's been to the point in the food industry. There's only probably about 5 major companies still standing. General Mills, Kraft Food, Kellogg is still there. Yep. And the bottom line is that's what's happening because of what they did when they were international during the back in the early 90s. When even the automotive boys started going to China, because I was there doing some stuff with them. And the bottom line is they went there, and the Chinese beat them out a lot of their intellectual properties. Not only in the automotive industry, but they did that so also in the grocery industry and a lot of other industries, because American corporations looking for a market where they can have cheap labor to produce their products. Let them do the manufacturing. We're going to be into technology and assembly. I mean, especially in the automotive industry. And that's why, I mean, Ford, all the big boys are now transitioning from gas engine to electricity. I mean, that's why Biden was in town last week.
So Ron, finish your story. Tell us about the aha, and let me throw this in. Guess what? What you talked about, who made that possible in America? Shout out to the legend, Reginald F. Lewis, who was the first man on the planet to do a leveraged buyout internationally for $1 billion.
Well, because like he got it to, I mean, he brought from
PLC Beetroot Food.
Yeah, to Beatrice and stuff like that. And see, that's why I mean I got involved with the CBD things, you know, because of the fact that right now they're looking for an alternative to make people well outside of the drug business, because drugs are getting so expensive right now, and the side effects of the drugs, because people now are at a point where they understand. You're telling me that you're gonna make me well, but I got to take 15, 16 different side effects.
Right. Hey, OG, hold up for a second. Let Ron finish telling his aha moment. Let Ron finish telling his aha moment.
I'm gonna do that. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Go ahead.
Ron, I appreciate that insight, bro. So then I would say that. So then, to your point, Ron, just kind of understanding, Dell, there is a bit of self-preservation, right? Because everyone has some financial responsibilities through a spouse, family, friends, associates, right? So if there's an opportunity for you to save and continue to provide for those people that are counting on you, my guess is we'll probably all make that decision, right? So these guys said, no, sir, no. We are talking about profitability. So we're coming to the States and we're starting at the top and we're going to work our way down. We starting at the top because that's where the long paper is, right? So we're going to start to get rid of presidents, VPs, senior directors, directors, and the folks that are actually responsible for manufacturing the product and selling the product. We're going to keep their jobs, right? So while on this vacation, I said to myself, I'm not certain I'm going to survive this one. And more importantly, and this is going to sound selfish, but I know my personality. I said to my family, I said, look, I'm not certain what my future is, but what I can't afford for me to hear is from someone at that organization bring me into a room and tell me, Ron, today's your last day. We appreciate your years of service, but we no longer have a place for you. Me hearing that simply gives them too much control, too much leverage over my destiny, right? So I said, I want to walk out with my head up. So I suggested to my family, here's the position that we're in now. Here's what I would like to do. And I talked it over with people that are close to me and their opinions I respect. And I simply said, I'm going in to the office after our spring break, and I'm going to ask for 3 things. And it's going to be in this order: severance package, and my job, in that order. And they said, but Dad, you said severance twice. I understand, because that is my highest priority at this point. Dad wants a severance package because I'm going to use that excess money and capital to ensure that we can meet our financial obligations daily. And then that allows your dad to feel comfortable to create his own business.
So how were you when that happened, Ron? And what gave you the faith to jump into that entrepreneurial, full time? And could it have anything to do with your associations with some guys like us or your wife? Because a lot of people watching this program have seen all these people. Oh, I just jumped out, became entrepreneur, became successful, didn't have a plan. But so we're all coming from a different point of view. And this is what I like. Leonard Ray never really went the formal route. I went for a minute and realized that was a bunch of bull, and I got my ass up out of there. And then you did it reluctantly. And then the OG, Ron Rich, he grabbed the pension, and people thought he was crazy as hell. And he pulled hundreds of thousands of dollars of pension and went out and bought millions of dollars of real estate. So what was the aha moment that gave you the comfort that, because, when we met, man, you were strictly corporate dude. I don't even know how we even got along, to be honest with you.
Dale, good point. Good point. And yes, I'm telling you, you look me up in the dictionary, professional, corporate professional. I'm like this. You see what I'm saying?
And them the kind of people that let him get their money and he be charging millions of dollars for it.
Bruh, I ain't upset in the gravy train. I'm good. So Dale, look, man, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it because that's not why people are here.
No, bro. Hey, this is Bet on Black.
Yes.
Name, family, legacy, real talk, no bullshit. Bring it to us, Ron B.
So look, I would love to tell you that I woke up with a premonition. I would also love to tell you that I got a lot of encouragement from my wife. Nah. How many people have seen the TV show? Y'all probably don't watch a lot of TV, but in my spare time, I get some show called Wipeout, right? Wipeout.
Wow.
It's a show called Wipeout.
Oh, you talking about that game show?
The game show.
Okay. I saw it when the first came on.
This obstacle, people are throwing stuff at them. Right?
Yeah. They be getting knocked out.
There's this one part, Dale, in that, and this is my aha moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain it to you. In Wipeout, the obstacle course leads you to these big, giant red balls.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I love those.
And the
The crowds
contestant
be breaking
has
their
to-
necks on that shit.
Yes, they got to run across the red balls. You understand what I'm saying? Run across the bouncy red balls. So invariably, Dale, people climb up the ladder, get to the platform, and stop in front of the red balls. And they start looking like, how am I going to approach this? But what happens, Dale, is they wait too long. And behind them is a big red boot. And it kicks them. Pushes their ass over the red balls. And they fall, Dale. But on cue, we all know what happens when they fall. They get their ass back up. So, Dale, for me, it was simply being in a situation where I really had no other choice, right? And someone pushed me. And I had no choice but to land on my feet. And when you do eventually jump or someone pushes you, then you realize what you're truly capable of. Because the fact of the matter is we all had success in whatever our field was. Somehow we don't think that translates. No, bullshit. That absolutely does translate. You weren't successful in that field because you had a great smile, Ron, although you do. You know what I'm saying? You absolutely still had to put points on the board, right? So what's to say that now that the widget's different, the product or the service is different, bruh, it's still a car, still got a steering wheel in most cases. Buttons are in just different locations, but at the core of it, the fundamentals are the same, right? So it just takes you a moment or two, me specifically, to realize you have a gift, Ron. You survived that world. You've got a tremendous amount of training. You've got this working capital as a safety net to allow you to make some risky ass choices and become this entrepreneur. And then, oh, by the way, you get the buy-in from the people most important to you, your spouse, your kids, your mom and dad, and my dad more specifically, because he's another finance dude. It's like, son, go for that. And that's all the encouragement that I needed, because I knew that I had the goods to pull it off. I just had to remain patient and diligent. And eventually I would get to the other side.
OG, you got to unmute yourself, OG. You're gonna become the Leonard Ray of the show.
Yeah, I don't even feel bad.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man, because I'm learning from you young men. Old guy here been here for a while, you know. Hey.
Man, check this out. When I met the OG Ron Harris, that was in 2006, 2007. And we were putting together the P. Diddy event. And, you know, we spent a lot of money. This was our first time getting out on the landscape doing entertainment. But Ron, he had this product called the Buddy Mate. I think you got it with you. Why don't you show us that Buddy Mate? I mean, here's what I'm excited about.
Table here. The Buddy Mate.
Guys, that we all have genius inside of us. And once we can be put in a conducive environment, our genius can explode and blossom beyond our imagination. And institutional operations, their job is to dummy you down and put fear in your mind. Because what you're talking about, Ron B, is you had to overcome fear because you had the skill, because you were managing $1 billion portfolio for them clowns.
Mm-hmm.
But they indoctrinated you like the pachyderm, who when he's small, they tie it and tether it, and it's not strong enough to break off that nail, and they keep beating it down mentally. And then when it becomes that bull lion, elephant, it's subconsciously defeated for the rest of his life.
Yeah, Adele, that's so true, man, because the last few years, and like I said, man, for me personally, and I say this all the time, it was my best experience, hands down. And I think we all know what really makes those types of experiences really valuable. It's the relationships, right? It's the people that we work with. So for me, man, it was a massive opportunity for me just to kind of expand my brand. But to your point, Dale, for like the last 4 to 5 years of my corporate journey, I did feel exactly like that. My example was I felt like this caged lion. Like literally, I felt like this caged lion in a zoo, right? The environment was comfortable. The money was consistent, right? I didn't have any concerns. There was great flexibility, but I still felt a little out of place, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I just realized that I was bigger than this box, right? And we all have to realize that there are confinements within this box. They set the parameters around your roles and responsibility, your earning potential, right? Let me say that again. They set the parameters because we're playing within their box. So I said, at some point, I've got to go out and create my own box and have other people kind of buy into my system, right? So again, I'm telling you, I felt like this cage line. I was like, yo, I got to get out at some point.
Man, that is phenomenal. So now that we've got the backstory on all of us, we want to come back and then let's start getting in and chopping it up, and let's talk about what's going on today, how we help people, what's unique about our perspective as business people from 4 different generations, so that we can give people insights, because I think that a lot of people out here are going to meet in these phases and they're going to come to understand it. So we'll be right back after word from our sponsors after this message. This is DJ the Money Coach. Thank you for celebrating our 1-year anniversary with us. Thank you for the emails, videos, and the phone calls. Most importantly, congratulations for the hundreds of people who actually acquired the course. Now it's time to take it to the next level. That's right. Millionaire, Money Made. I'm actually going to teach you live how to earn that 800 credit score through the Family Finance one-on-one course. I'm going to teach the live 3-hour course to you. That's right. After I do that, we're actually going to bring you 3 steps to success: business, real estate, and leverage the tax laws. And once we achieve that, we're going to show you how to earn with a little bit of investment in the market up to an 80% return, cash on cash return on your money. After we achieve that, we're going to show you how to earn with a minimum investment of $7,500, how to get you to $850 a month in passive income. On top of that, we're going to give you 2 live Zoom trainings with Leonard, 7-figure Forex trader since 2007, Clarence and Tonia, 7-figure income earners through real estate, over 200 properties they own, and retired at the young age of 40 and 42. All you have to do is register now. Hit that link below, and you'll become part of the Millionaire Money Making May exclusively with Erica Williams and the Classic Climb, brought to you by DJ the Money Coach and the 7 Spheres of Money team. So don't you deserve to be a millionaire next door, consumer debt free, cash and credit? Absolutely. Hit the link. I'll see you live on May 19th.
Toledo organic tequila is so crisp, so incredibly smooth. It's simply in a category by itself. This is luxury. Life tastes better naturally, so should your tequila. This is Toledo. Enjoy responsibly. Visit ToledoTequila.com to get your bottle of Toledo organic tequila. Get a 10% discount on DJ the Money Coach by entering the promo code London at checkout. Again, that's Toledo Tequila. Show.
All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to, Bet on Black, the men, the family, the legacy. And what we want to do now is we're going to start talking about, the relationships, the fellowship, and family balance, because I think a lot of people have challenges with that as entrepreneurs. When they're married, they're dating, they're single, and how do you do that? And we want to be able to hear that from all perspectives. So, hey, Nick, why don't you chime in, since you're the, grasshopper on the show, and you'll be the grasshopper for a while. But if you're wise enough, like big brother Leonard, the preacher says, you're taking his nuggets from these veterans on here. You better get out. So tell us about, man, how you are navigating as a young upstart, learning entrepreneurship, about balance, family, and fellowship.
Yeah, so sure. Well, so I mean, when it comes to family, I think my immediate family is most important. That takes precedence. My parents, they're in their early to mid 60s. So now that I'm an adult, I feel that I have an even stronger connection to them now. Now that I'm an adult too. So I make it a point to make it a priority to spend as much time with them as possible and to soak up as much as I can from them. So I start with that family, then I move on to my extended family, which would be this family right here, these circle of brothers right here, yep. And soak up whatever I can from them. And that's always been a thing for me. I've always been around older people, even as a kid. And since this is a men's show, I've always been around men, no matter where I was. If I was at home, my father was there. There was other men in the neighborhood. My friends, their fathers were around. I played sports. I had, men as coaches. I was in church. There were men. There were still men in the church, not as many as they were back then now, but growing up, I was.
You're gonna get Leonard Ray upset about that. Don't say that.
That's facts. You saying facts.
Because the church, I hate to tell you, but the church is flaming right now. I hate to tell you, the church is on fire, literally.
Yeah. So to specify that, not just men, but real masculine men.
Right. Thank you.
I got to specify
alpha masculine men who gonna raise boys to be men who are heterosexual. So if you upset that I said that, hey, go take a long walk off a short pier. Okay.
Yep.
So get that on the way home.
Yep. So all those men now, they're aging out. So they're not as many of them left anymore. But but like I said, I always had men around. So and I was always soaking up that knowledge. So the funny thing about that, let me talk about this too, about some of the game that a lot of these people that get on YouTube and social media, a lot of these men improvement and
so hold up for a second. Take this out, guys. Take this out. How old are you, Nick?
I'm 30.
So when you met me, how old were you?
I was 27 to 28 around there. 28, I think. Yeah.
So you're half my age almost.
Yep.
You're half my age.
When I was looking at him, but we on like a video, like to the left, I thought I saw some almond milk right here. That's how young he is. Was I the only one to catch that shit? Goddamn almond milk.
Man. He still got milk on his breath.
Right, this generation, they don't even drink regular vitamin D. They drink that goddamn almond milk here.
Right. Soy milk, almond milk. They don't drink real drinks like we drink. But what's so funny, man? Here's what I love about this is that here's the common theme here. What Leonard Ray said, when he was 18, he was around real freaking men.
Yeah.
And then you said you've always been around real freaking men. So here's the problem on this freaking social media. We got these knucklehead betas out here in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, still acting like they 15, 18, 21 years of age, smoking blunts, claiming they living their best life, but you ain't doing nothing but promoting destructive images for young black boys who gonna become just like you, which is actually gonna be the number one reason, not because of systematic racism, is actually gonna keep them where they are. But back to you, Ron. Back to you, Nick. So man, I'm so excited about this program that dude, we gonna talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So here's the thing. Chime in whenever you got something to say, guys. Just say it.
Good. Because Nick's background, it's still unusual.
Yeah,
and you would hate to say that, you know what I'm saying? Because he had a great background with that many men, role models in his life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you named a number of different places where you were still exposed to men.
Everywhere I
most
went.
of us were raised by women. You know what I'm saying? And the fortunate ones had both in their lives. You know what I'm saying? So Nick, your background, man, is phenomenal. So I'm right on that.
I definitely recognize that
That's dichotomy in of itself, because OG Ron Rich, he came from a 2-parent household. I was in a 2-parent household from my adolescence for about 6 years. I mean, I'm talking about from 0 to 25.
Yeah.
6 years.
Yeah.
Most of my time, my mother, single parent, was divorced 3 times before her last marriage, which she's been in for 35 years.
Yeah.
I pretty much is a product of a single family household. I think the same way for you, right, Leonard?
Yeah, it was pretty much. I mean, my mom was kind of the same boat. She got married a lot. Love her to death. But, I learned my game. I didn't get closer to my father until like pretty much after high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was what it was. We're extremely cool now. We were on the phone the other day, and my father will be 70 in a couple of weeks. And he says, I'm like, you've done everything you wanted to do. And he called me because he was upset because they was taxing him. What's wrong?
What'd you say, Lenny?
I'm paying more taxes now than I did when I was working.
You talk about taxes.
I got you.
I said, Dad, you work too much money.
With the right CPA, believe me.
Yeah, I said that. You work too much money now.
I mean, you pay taxes because you want to, but get the people that show you how you don't have to pay taxes in your business. Because that's always right. Donald Trump was one of the best of them that know how to write off shit. And Dale can tell you, you pay taxes when you have, you pay less when you have losses. There's a way that you can have losses and still make money.
Yeah. See, it was all good.
I pay taxes, but not a lot.
Before he knew all this game. See, I managed my father's portfolio. See, he didn't have a real estate portfolio. See, now he has a real estate portfolio. So I'm like, Dad, you paid everything off. That's not the American dream.
Right.
Yeah, but Len, you can control the receipts that you take care of and all that. See, this is what they do. They write big ass receipts and talk about this is what I paid out. When you're self-employed, those are the advantages that you have when you got the right CPA doing your numbers and shit, man. Yeah. Seriously. Because the thing is, that's why the big boys want low taxes. Because they don't pay taxes. And see, the lower they are, then they can get away with how much they pay when they do pay. And that's the name of the game, man. So, I mean, you guys play on do y'all thing. And I love it because we're talking to, like Ryan, you guys, I'm so proud of you guys stepping out of corporate America. I was there for 22 years. And doing your own thing. Because once you step out the door, time's going to tell you your story. See, I'm 73. Been out here for a while. I've done a lot of different things internationally. And that's why when I talk to young men, I love the fact you've had that corporate background. I had it. And let me say this. It taught me a lot. And it opened up a lot of doors to me, too, because of the fact that having that background. And, you guys, man, I really respect what you're doing, becoming entrepreneurs, because everybody can't do that. Because when the buck stops, it's at you. And the older you get, you got to keep that image going. You got to make that business successful. And time will tell you who the hell you are. Because at 73, and Dell know me, and I've been blessed to have a few things along the way. But I'll say this, anything I can share with what I know, and excuse me for whatever I do, because I love everybody. My thing is about taking it to another level for us all. Because God gave me the time to do that. And that's what I'm here to do, is share and care. I'm going to go from there. I'll let you guys go back to it. That's all the old man had to say.
So Nick, man, I want to finish your story. I just wanted to chime in, man, because when I hear you say you had that many male influences, and please, for the women that are listening to this as well, that is not at all minimizing the massive effort it would have taken you to raise a young man, right? A massive effort, twice the effort, right? But the fact that you had so many male influences in your life, I'm not at all surprised at where you're at. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's critically important to have those inputs from male figures in your life.
Oh man, it's imperative. Check this out, Nick. I'm gonna let you chime in and finish your story, but here's the deal. See, on this social medium, we're racing to the bottom. And in that race to the bottom, since our culture dictates everything in the world in economics, it is imperative that we show these examples of young black men like Nick, who have been brought up in a right environment of males that are real men, that he gets that nugget, because typically somebody his age, he's out there flossing and doing all this stuff. Now, let me get this before you even chime in, meaning these pundits. Hey man, sow your oats, but be responsible in sowing your oats, because everybody does that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that again. Sow your oats, go through your rite of passage, but have the right, leaders, mentors in front of you to show you the blueprint of real success. And that's imperative, because right now we have a conflict resolution in our class, because the black man has been eliminated from the black family. And what we're doing right here, this is the exception, except for the rule. But it's the rule for us, because that's the way we were raised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So with that, you have somebody that he's plugged in. Here's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about to see Nick Westbrook's when he's Lynn's age. Yeah. I'm excited about when he gets to Ron B age, when he gets to my age, and then when he gets to Ron Rich age, because he's gonna have impact over millions of people.
Scary.
You know what I'm saying?
Scary. Right.
And check this out: the adversary, Satan, Lucifer, whoever you want to call them, institutional racism, they want to prevent that shit from happening. Yeah. They want to have these betas out here talking about, I'm smoking blunts, I got 400 million cars, hoes and bees and all this, while they got their arm up your back telling you to lead our people over the cliff like lemmies. Yeah. They don't want to see these conversations. Back to you, Nick.
Yep. Yeah, it was only two more things I wanted to add. I want to go back to what you mentioned in the original question about the family. But first, while I was mentioning about these social media influencers and pundits, it's been so bad that the internet, men on the internet had to start up a movement to reinforce these principles again. And it's so crazy that these guys, they haven't been exposed to it before. So what they're hearing, they think is groundbreaking. But when I hear it, I'm like, man, this is what the OGs been, taught me, 15, 20 years ago. Just about staying focused on your purpose, focusing on your education and your business first before you worry about women, just simple stuff, Yeah. I'm like, I learned this when I was 10 years old.
It's a famous line It's a famous line from a movie, It was I think I Love My Wife, and Chris Rock. And he was getting interrogated by his boss because he wasn't showing up for work. And this line is so prevalent. He said, "Yo, you will never lose." You will never lose money. You will always lose money chasing women, but you will never lose women chasing money.
Oh,
there it is.
Hey, when we play this back, can we get an explosion?
Oh, say that again?
Or something? Right. Explosion or period.
I had to make sure I got it right.
That was a mic drop right there.
No explosion or period.
Wait. Hold up. Everybody quiet. Leonard, say that again, bro.
No. You will never lose women chasing money, but you will always lose money chasing women.
Chasing women.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Okay. Because if they don't like you, they will break you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, yeah.
Let me get in your circle right. I'm getting your circle right.
Let them chase you. Because when you get your shit together, they will chase you.
They will chase you.
They will chase you.
Man,
You mean you mean in this lion's den, right? In the lion's den, you mean to tell me the gazelles will be chasing the lions? Is that what you're saying?
No doubt. Because see, when your money is right and you tight, you riding right and all this shit, I know. Because see, like I said, 73 years, you better tell them, Dale, old man's been doing it for a long time, baby. Because when you got it together, they like you. See,
this is what I'm talking about.
You know what? When you talk out of your pocket, they will talk to you. But when one thing about it, when you make them put something in your pocket, they will stay with you.
Damn, another one. Say that again.
Listen.
When you talk out of your pocket, they will
like
fuck with you. But when they talk about putting something in your pocket, then they with you.
Hey,
that's what they gotta come to the table. Cause see, a lot of women I deal with, they say, look, baby, cause you gotta go. I'm gonna try to make more. I'm with you because you showing me you got it, and I tell them, show me what you can bring to the table. See, men chase is pussy, but pussy like a motherfucker that know how to fuck them. And I'm just gonna tell you like they are. I'm just gonna be taking from all player now. I ain't talking about you gotta go out there and do dumb shit, but when you mentally compatible, we got it going on. Cause it's gonna how you ride, how you live, what the fuck you do, who the fuck know you. That's when they love your ass. I'm gonna tell you like it is. They'll tell them what I ain't talking shit because it is what it is. But I live that way. I ride that way. I play that way. I have the money to be that way. I've got business to make me be that way. That's what the motherfuckers will come and play with me. Okay, that's what, I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and listen to you. That's what I do. I'm gonna just say it like this. It is what it is. Ain't no bullshit about it. Because see, one thing about it, it comes down to one thing about our lives. You know, like I said, I'm 73. I ain't in no motherfucking nursing home. I told the motherfuckers I'll never be there. I will ride good, look good, and keep on traveling the world because God blessed me to do it. And I want to share my shit because I'm tired of all the shit I got. I need somebody to run that shit because I'm tired of it. I can't find people, man, because motherfuckers, everybody talk shit about it and everything. But I got some assets. I need people to handle that shit for me. I ain't got time. I'm an old motherfucker. I need to be somewhere chilling. I really do. I'm just down to earth motherfucker. You know what I mean? I just want people to know. Yeah, go ahead, Dale.
Check this out. There's another thing that they don't want to happen. They don't want us connecting with the young generation. They want us to stay fucking separated. They don't want Nick getting knowledge from you, OG. Because if he gets that knowledge, he will push away all that BS. And from a scriptural standpoint, you know, Lynn can chime in on this. Because guess what? What they say? What does a man gain if he got all the materialistic values of the world, but he lost his soul? Mm-hmm. What does he get? He got damnation. And the worst thing is he brings damnation to his children and his children's children. You know what a wise person told me? He said the worst thing can ever happen, not you going to hell, but if you in hell and your son meets you in hell. Mm-hmm. Real talk. Yep. Lynn, talk to us, brother, because you the preacher. Talk to us.
I gotta pray for this whole session. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I knew this was gonna be lit. Because here's the common factor. We're all free, so we can speak our minds freely.
Yeah. I mean, it boils down, if a man don't work, a man don't eat. You know, a man is supposed to be the head of the household. Like, that's how it's designed. And, you know, a woman is supposed to be serving it to her husband. You know, but also say, you know, a man who find a wife find him a good thing. You got to make a difference between a chick and a wife. It's two different things. Okay? So you know, they say a wife is a helpmate. Helpmate. So, you know, Real Ron brought it to it. He put it in another perspective, but when it,
That's what his guest. That's what his guest. He bringing some more OGs.
yeah. He put it in
Please,
another
please.
perspective. The perspective is, if you're not bringing anything to my table, why you at my table? Why you sitting at my table? Don't sit at my table if you can't bring anything to my table. And you have to be like that. Because unfortunately, what's happening these days in relationships, oh man, it's all crazy. So he just put some other words on it, but everything he said is true. If you are the king of the castle, if you are handling things that you're supposed to, they're gonna be right there. It's not gonna be, you're gonna have options. Okay, you don't have options, and you get to pick and choose what option you want to do. And then you know, I tell people when I was dating my wife, like, yo, she can tell you, yo, I was interviewing. It was like playing football, yo. I was trying to figure, I needed a starting quarterback, so I ran through a bunch of them just to make sure I had my number one draft pick. I need a starter, yo. That's just what it is. So I had all these wannabes who said they were capable of being a starter, come to find out they wasn't. So she lasted through all the rest of them, and she brought something to the table, and that's why she's here. And that's why she gets cars for Mother's Day. Not cards, like driving cars. She gets real estate deeds for Christmas.
Damn. Hey, Lynn, tell us the story real quick, and then we're gonna go to break, and then we're gonna introduce OG's guests. Tell us the story how your wife actually loaned you the money to get involved in your first deal, man. And the reason why I want you to tell us the story, because we got these black women out there who have been, bamboozled, that, I get all these degrees, I get power, and I don't need a freaking man, and I damn sure don't need a black man, because every time I turn on the freaking television, there's a black woman with a white man, a Latino man, and what you don't understand is they are teaching you to make you think that you one day gonna get this Prince in white shining armor, and that's gonna eliminate the fucking black society altogether. And you buying into that, you are a damn fool. So Tell us about the real powerful black woman and how you were blessed. And then after that, we're gonna come back and we're gonna get to know this new guest with Ron Rich, the OG. Tell us that story and why that's really, because at the end of the day, here's what you don't realize, women. And when you plug into our show, Bet on Black, the women, the family, the legacy, you're gonna hear strong sisters who are successful in corporate America, real estate, business, who are strong together completers of the real black man. Talk to us, Lynn, and then we're gonna come to break, and we're gonna come back and introduce our guests.
Yeah, man. So, and I was in that training camp phase that I was just talking about, when everybody was competing to be the starter. I went to a seminar, and it was a Wes Whitney seminar. So I'm giving my age. I don't care. You can do the research yourself. And it was getting into the real estate game, and it was a great seminar and all the other stuff. I came up, didn't know anything about credit, so they weren't accepting checks or any of that stuff like that. They was accepting credit cards, and I didn't have it. Like, I knew really nothing of credit. I knew nothing about that. I was never taught that. So I wanted, but I couldn't. I physically, I just couldn't get it. And I didn't bring the amount of money with me to pay for it in cash. So I was just like, that's rough. And she saw the look on my face. Now, mind you, I'm not in college, but she's in college. So she went with me. She's like, all right, well, if you want it bad enough, I'll get it. Hold on. What are you talking about? If I want it bad enough, you're going to pay for it? so I can get it. She said, yeah, I'll pay for him, and you're my man. I love you, whatever. If you want it, and I see the benefit of it, so I get it. It was like $1,800.
All right, hold up. First thing I want to do, I want to give praise and honor to your beloved wife that was your girlfriend at the time to invest in you without trying to compete with you. So, man, hats off to your wife. And that's amazing because we need to see more of that in our community. But back to you, bro.
Yeah. So she went ahead and she's like, I got this card for college, and I got all my books and everything, and I'm working 2 jobs in college, and all right, well, I got this on here. I can just swipe it. She paid for it. So exactly what Ron said. If you show the initiative, if you show that you are committed to something, they will back you. They're not going to back no sucker. They will back a determined man. So she went ahead and she swiped it. This is the card. And this was over 20 years ago. Okay? So once she did that, she went to every class with me. She took notes. On my first real estate deal, I made sure she got paid. So not only did I pay her back in full, I gave that youngin $3,000 cash and bought her a new vehicle. She's never had a car. I taught her how to parallel park. I took her to the DMV to get her license. So that was my aha moment. She the one. I already, knew from that confirmation right there because she invested in me and I turned around and did something. Now, out of her little investing in me.
Damn! Wait a minute. Are those real credit cards?
Yeah. Credit card. Yeah. Lines of credit. Credit card.
Wait. Those are business lines of credit cards.
When people hold cash up to their ears and they take pictures with it, my arms are not big enough to hold the cash. Okay? If we all get together and we put our arms together, we still won't be big enough to hold the cash to my ear.
Yeah. Yeah. Get him.
Hey. Oh.
A drink called My FICO. Hope you can see that. My FICO. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull up my credit score as we're on here. Just to, and I don't know if I can get it, but that's.
Okay. All right, Grasshopper. All right, Grasshopper. Yeah. I see you.
Yeah. My FICO, which is the middle score, is 825.
Oh, hey, man, you getting too close to me, bro.
So I'm just saying, from nothing. This is what a helpmate brings to the table.
Yeah. Yes.
From nothing to she don't pay no bills. She invested in me that turned me into this.
Man, on that note, you watching Bet on Black, the men, the women, the men, the family, the legacy. We're going to come right back after these commercials and we're going to meet our new guests from the OG. Hi, I'm DJ the Money Coach. Don't press that dial. You want to become financially independent? You want to have consumer debt freedom? You want to have passive income, learn how to build a business, acquire real estate, and achieve the lifestyle you deserve in 2021? Well, hit that link below right now. We've worked with over 20,000 people in the past 2 decades, helping them become consumer debt free, increase their credit scores by 30 to 60 points in 30 days, and help them acquire businesses, real estate, taxes, and a network of experts just like me. So you'll get a complete 3-hour, 18-module course called Family Finance 101 that'll teach you A to Z how to become consumer debt free, credit worthy, and it puts you in position to become a certified entrepreneur. We'll also give you a complimentary consultation with me that's a $500 value. Why would you want to do that? Because I have already achieved that, and I can help you achieve your American dream in 2021. Hit the link below, get the free webinar and the complimentary consultation, and I'll see you soon and wish you a pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money and peace of mind. Come join us.
Toledo organic tequila is so crisp, so incredibly smooth. It's simply in a category by itself. This is luxury. Life tastes better naturally, so should your tequila. This is Toledo. Enjoy responsibly. Visit ToledoTequila.com to get your bottle of Toledo organic tequila. Get a 10% discount on DJ the Money Coach by entering promo code MONEY at checkout. Again, that's ToledoTequila.com. Promo code MONEY to get 10% off your Toledo purchase. Now, let's start the show.
All right, welcome back to Bet on Black, the men, the family, the legacy. And now we're going to introduce the OG Ron Rich guest, another OG who's free. Ron, take it away, OG.
Okay. You know what, gentlemen, like I said tonight, it's been beautiful dealing with young men who are entrepreneurs. Let's go to another level. You know, Ron, Lynn, it's been a pleasure listening to you guys' story and the success you've had in the corporate game like Ron has. And Ron, I spent some time there too. But you've known us for a long time, 22 years. But I'm just loving the fact that you made up your mind that you're going to come out here and do your thing with your family. That's a beautiful thing. But not so much with me, gentlemen, but this is Mr. Gary Smith, one of the biggest commercial real estate gentlemen, as far as black people in the country, has done deals here in America and other parts of the world. And I'm just so glad that he came through tonight because, like Dale said, we need black men. I mean, we're in our 70s, okay? And so it's a beautiful thing because we was in that corporate game early because of the ability that we had to really come in and be white boys at the game. Not the fact that I don't hate nobody and I love everybody, but I grew up around them. I learned how to deal with them from elementary school through high school, college, and things of that nature. But being in the corporate world and go out there and do some things, because you know, Dale, I showed you the letter I had from my chairman of our board that wrote to me when I decided to leave early. That I did a great job for him for the 22 years I was in the corporate game with General Mills. And I started around was with Kraft, like he said, and I love the fact that Ron and you guys have had that experience in that corporate game, man, because we need that too to know that we can show up against white boys and perform just like they do.
Absolutely.
But enough for me and what I've done. Gary, kind of give them a little background what's going on in that commercial game, man.
Well, good afternoon or good evening, gentlemen. First of all, peace and blessings to all of you guys, man. It's just a pleasure to see young black men on the forum, just, you know, chopping it up, man, about positivity. Looks like you're on a passion for closing this financial literacy gap. Before I get into all that, let me just give you a little D&B about myself. You know, I'm born and raised in Washington, D.C., actually. Broken home and all that good stuff, you know, so I didn't have all the little trappings. I don't want to have to even go that far back because it really doesn't matter where you're from, it's where you're going that really makes a difference in lives, you know. So what you've been through and all that kind of stuff, I don't really want to hear about that. My story, I'm sure either one of you gentlemen could tell another story just as jerking his mind. So we're going to skip all that. My Dun & Bradstreet comes by way of that. When I came to Detroit in 1973, I didn't know anybody other than my sister and stuff. So Uh, and I got my education. I got a PhD. I got a physical high school diploma from the Street School of Hard Knocks. You know, I went to Street Corner University, so I understood how to deal with people. You understand what I'm saying? And so from there, what happened is that I created an MBA, a massive ass bank account. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm just keep it real, man. You know, I'm not nobody's been to college. I'm not nobody's been to college. You do what you do. You understand what I'm saying? But here it is, man. I read a book called two books in my life that really changed my life. One was Think and Grow Rich. Man, that book right there changed my whole paradigm. I read that book in a weekend. The other book that I read was Question and Answers about Investing in Real Estate. Now, we're going back 1975. Probably none of y'all was born there, but that's okay. Because I'm here, like I've just left a podcast. Like I tell people, hey, look here. I am the person that you want to talk to because I done read the books. You name it, from Think and Grow Rich to Why Should White Boys Have All the Fun to How to Make Friends and Influence People to Question in Real Estate. Name the book. Chances are I've read that bad boy. I've been to the webinars, seminars, and all those things and done deals. So, I can save you a lot of that stuff. I started out in residential back in 75. The only job, I've had one job in my adult life. One. And I was assistant manager for the Secretary of State here in Michigan. And I worked that job. I was on that job about, I think it was a year, 6 months, maybe 10 days. And then after I read that book, Think and Grow Rich, I quit my job. My family thought I had gone back on drugs and stuff. By the way, I used to shoot dope. I don't do that no more. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. I put the needle down, say, you know what, hell with that shit. Let me go get paid. Because either you're a hustler or a customer. And I can't be no customer and make money. So I learned early on, it's better to be a hustler than a customer. So, glory to God, though. I don't have no felonies. I don't have no baby mama's drama, none of that. Commercial real estate helped me get beyond all that. So long story short, 'cause I know this is not my show, this is your show. Real quick, as I wrap this up. Got into residential real estate, I learned, and I didn't have a car at the time. I would catch the bus. I learned the city of Detroit, catch the bus, go to the place. I was a listing fanatic. Because I found out a long time ago that the person that's in control controls the deal. So I've never been a buyer's agent. I've always been working for the seller. So that's who pays the commission. So all I did was got listings. Since I didn't have a car at the time, all the other brokers going out bringing buyers. So I'm making money without a car. So then I finally went on and got me a Seville after a while, but my point is that being on that phone. So I took those same principles. When they messed around and made a mistake and let me in the door, Marcus and Millichap. I don't know if y'all familiar with that. Marcus and Millichap, one of the biggest investment sales, commercial real estate companies in the country. Forget JLL, CBRE, Jones LaSalle, all the rest of them. Okay, now there's some good ones out there. But I spent 4 years, 11 months, and 6 days, whatever the hell it was, getting that information. I worked with some of the most wealthiest, and this ain't racial, it's a rigged game. And the book that Reginald Lewis wrote, Why Should White Boys Have All the Fun, just opened my mind to bigger. You got to think big. And so I got tired of them houses and stuff. I mean, it's good money, but hell, it's relative compared to great money. And I'm working with, there it is, my man, he got it. That's the Bible of business. That's the Bible of thinking, man. That brother was brilliant. He was brilliant.
Man, that changed my life when I read that book.
Yes, I'm telling you, man, if you haven't read it, read that one before you read Think and Grow Rich. Hell, I'd read that one. But here's my point. Commercial real estate is run and controlled by old rich white men. And from a broker's perspective, you see a lot of black people in it. They chief of diversity and all that soft shit. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, You know, but that ain't where the money is. Because here's the deal. If you on this side of the equation, I call this side, this called right here, ordinary income. You know what ordinary income is? For ordinary people. What that means is, that means you get wages, you get tips, you get bonuses and commissions and shit. That's for them. Because you know what? They get taxed a whole lot differently than I do. I'm on this side over here. We call dividends, rents, and interest. That's called capital gains. Listen up. In commercial real estate, it gives you that opportunity because what they tell us is that commercial real estate is only available to the accredited investor. What the hell is an accredited investor? I tell you. The U.S. tax code says that an accredited investor is an individual that makes $200,000 a year and has the highest propensity to probably gonna make that $200,000 next year and take out their house and their net worth is $1 million. Well, hell, who the hell left? Shit, if they the only people that can see this shit, what about me? You know, fuck that. So I drew a bigger circle and I included me in it. That's all. So hell. So I wasn't gonna be the spook by the door. I'm gonna be the spook to remove the damn door. And I can't wait to tell every black man, woman, or child about commercial real estate, how to play the game and don't get played by the game. Okay? And so we get intimidated, you know, about, you know, commercial real estate. As black people, our only exposure is taking, instead of having 20 single family houses, we group all them up.
Oh, this is a dope show. This is a dope show. Be real. Stay real. This is a dope show.
Okay.
Only the preacher. Only the preacher got it.
I'm just trying to be professional, respectful. All right. You said I can bring it down. Let me bring it down. You got all these motherfuckers in one house. Okay, under one roof. All you did is move 20 individual headaches into one building. You still got 20 headaches.
Yes.
It's still the same damn thing. I don't understand why people get it twisted. Oh, I want to sell these houses so I can go get me an apartment building. Oh, that's just like buying a damn McDonald's or a Burger King. Shit. All you done is just quit your job and went and bought a damn job. Hell, you still got to pay property tax. You still got to deal with the property manager. You still got to deal with that bitch in room 202 that got smoking crack, got a motherfucker up in there that you wasn't on the lease. You still got to deal with the garbage disposal. You got to deal with all that shit that you had to do with the houses. That is not passive. He'll tell you. I lived in Hawaii. How long? 8 months. 8 months. I went on a one-way damn trip. Now, I ain't telling that to brag. I'm saying about this. This is what commercial real estate will do for you. I'm in a unique sector of commercial real estate that offers some very unusual opportunities, y'all. And this is something that you don't know. You just that you wasn't exposed to it before tonight, possibly. The type of real estate and commercial real estate I do, the income is predictable, it's profitable, and it's dependable. I'm talking about income, not if-come. Okay? I ain't talking about if mother get paid, if they check come in, if Pookie don't die, if Trump get killed, if they corona, fuck corona. I get paid every motherfucking month, regardless. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I sleep well now. You know what I talk about? Swan money. Sleep well at night, damn it. Okay? S-W-A-N. Okay? That's what we talk about. Now, man, I'm not so unusual that anybody else can't do this too, and that's what I'm about. Teaching people others how to do the same damn thing. I'm gonna shut up because you know I'm having fun. A man invited me to come through. You know, we can make it we true to it.
I'm come off, get off really, and let you guys get. You know what? I'm so good that Gary showed up because, you know, I have friends who have looked at life from the time that they said. Sometimes, like Gary said, you don't need that bachelor degree, that MBA, whatever. But, you know, I understand people that do, but, you know, I went to school, whatever. But I still like being with real men. We could talk about our boy, other motherfuckers who dropped out from Gates to whoever. that didn't go to school. But the thing is, we have a lot of real brothers, man, that went out there and really educated themselves and showed us all that no matter where you come from, if you believe in yourself and your game, you can be the best at it. And I'm from there, Dell. That's why I really appreciate you, brother. And tonight I met Ron. Tonight I met Lenny. And you guys, man, you young men, I'm so proud of you, man, that stepping out of that corporate game and doing your own thing. Because I went through the same route. But like I said, I deal with everybody because we have so much black talent. Like these, we the 70-year-old guys, but you know what? We've seen a lot of things in our lifetime. They're all over the country, all over the world. I've traveled and met so many black men and women, man, that's got it going on. You guys just keep it up because I don't know how long, you know, but still, I love the fact that what we're doing.
I'm saying one last thing. I'm getting back up. Look here. If you get up every morning and you drive to work, and the only decision you make when you get there is where you're going to park your car, it's time to make some other decisions. That's all. If you're in a position, and the only decision you make when you pull up in that morning at that job is that where I'm going to park today. Okay, then you go in. All the other decisions is made for you. Now it's time for you to start thinking. Okay, well, wait a minute. How much longer I'm going to do this? You know, because every one of y'all, all of us, we got some ideas. You know, we have some ideas about either making money and money shouldn't be the major goal. I mean, but hell, business is just a game, but money is how you keep the score now. You know, so we don't ever lose track of that. But at the same time, man, you got to have something that you're passionate about, you know, because if your why is strong enough, hell, the how won't matter. You know, that's why I always say you're either a hustler or a customer, because a hustler's mentality is this. Oh, P.I.M.P. Put it in my pocket, bitches, because that's pimping. You know, that's what we do. You know, I ain't playing. Put it in my pocket. That's what the pimping is. But it ain't about pimping no hoe, no sister, nothing like that. It's pimping ideas. Yes, it is. But you got to have a hustler mentality to make that idea pop. Either this motherfucker going to make me some money, I'm going to start thinking about it. But if I can't sleep at night, every time I get in the car, I'm thinking about it. Oh, man, I'm on that, man. I'm on that until it pay me. And you going to pay me, and well. Because I'm high maintenance.
Gary, Gary, thank you for coming on the show. So I know we all got questions.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
We got questions. So I dabbled in commercial real estate back in the early mid 2000s. I learned about cap rates. I learned about classes A, B, C, and D. But tell me, what is that permanent income that ain't the if that's it's guaranteed every month? What is that? So I can understand that because I'm excited.
Okay. I'm going to break it real simple. You ever heard of Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Auto Advance Auto Parts, Hardee's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A? You heard all them?
I got it.
You got those? All right, this is what I'm talking about. Every last one of these are publicly traded companies. Now, hear me out. I'm only going to take maybe about 7 minutes. Hopefully, I can do it in 2.
Hey, the floor is yours.
Okay. Well, again, I try to be able to condense stuff because, you know, I'm talking about something I'm very passionate about, real estate. And, man, I'm looking around like I'm at my office now because I got journals and shit full of notes and stuff I take. But let me get you a question. All of those companies, all of us are familiar with. They're in our community sucking up our dollars every freaking day. Every one of us has been to one of them companies, nationally, publicly traded companies. So if we were astute enough or interested enough, we would pull up their annual reports, their 10K forms. Where did I get that from? Reading Reginald Lewis's book. He loved reading annual reports, income statements, and balance sheets. I understand that shit like the back of my hand, which has made me a better stock investor. I'll come back to that. So real estate, those companies that I just mentioned are all what we call investment grade companies. What does that mean? They're on the Fortune 500. You can pull them up. Any lender can pull them. Matter of fact, when we buy real estate, they ain't looking at us with no damn credit score. What the fuck? I can't pay no $1 million on no building, $83,000 a year. What the fuck? My credit score could be 9,000. Who gives a fuck? I ain't got that kind of money to be paying no damn note. So why the hell you looking at me? Shit, right. Burger King got more fucking money than I got. Dollar General and all them bitches. All you gotta do is look it up. That's what lenders do. So when you're in residential, you got to sign shit. You got to say, what's your big mama's name? What's your blood type? What's your credit? Who gives a fuck? All I want to do is make money, bitch. I ain't trying to. Who stays in a damn house 30 damn years anyway? It's stupid. So it's called recourse. In commercial real estate, it's got non-recourse. You know why? Because the lenders don't give a fuck about me either. They want to know, hey man, if Dollar General signed, they gonna be there for 10 years? Yes. Where can I find Dollar General? Oh, they right there in Tennessee. Shit, it's easy to find. Go Google them. You got their number, they got their bank account, you got their damn annual report, their 10K form. Anytime they sneeze, fart, or poop, the SEC know about it. So what does the lender underwrite? They underwrite the tenant, not the investor.
Right.
So in this game over here in commercial real estate, see, we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled thinking that, oh, I got to have $1,000 credit card. Who gives a fuck? Other than some motherfucker that's trying to sell a house. A house is not an investment to begin with. Most people think, oh man, I invested in my house, and you don't own that motherfucker. I tell you what, miss paying the taxes. See who owns that bitch. Okay.
I was just telling them earlier today about that.
So that's not it. So to your point, these tenants, they sign long-term leases. Most of them minimum 15 years or longer. So when I said dependable, they gonna pay whether they stay there or not. If they close, shit happen. They picked the wrong corners. I ain't gonna pick the corner for them. Every last one of those companies have their own real estate department. They much smarter and brighter than all of us. They know where they want to put the store. They know where they want to put the drugstore. They know how many rooftops there. They know how many motherfuckers make, how much they people make. They even know how many niggas there and white folks and Japs and all that other kind of shit. So they know what to put in the damn store when they build it. I don't have to look for any of that.
The market value of it.
I don't have to know none of that. Fuck a cap rate. You buying a cap rate, that's pay it all. It's two types of cap rates. There's a leveraged cap rate and an unleveraged cap rate. You don't want either one of them. What's the most important thing when you buy commercial real estate? Money. The fucking return. As soon as I get my money back. Hey, this is a street game. Ain't shit change. We ain't no brand new. What the fuck, motherfucker? You got a sack and you going out, you chop that motherfucker up into 20 little pouches. What the fuck you trying to do? You're trying to earn more than what you paid for the sack, right?
Yes.
All right, then. Hell, it's the same damn game.
Tonight. You know what? It's been beautiful meeting you, Ron, tonight. Lenny, it's been great.
You as well, Ron.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune out because
All right.
these old men like us.
Man, I understand, OG. Hey, before you go, OG Ron, can we just get one more question answered? How do we get in touch with Gary?
You know what? I mean,
next time I'm in town,
I'll let you know.
Go to the website, swanmoney.com. It's real easy. Swanmoney.com. That's all it's about, the Benjamins, damn it. Swanmoney.com. Real serious here. You go to that website, sign up, email me, whatever. You get in touch with me, ask questions, whatever. Hey, man, I'm here to educate, man. So if there's anything I can help any of y'all do with and building your dream, building your business, I'm all for it. All right? Swanmoney.com. Easy to remember. Sleep well at night. Money.
Okay.
Thank you, bro. That is good stuff.
All right, gentlemen.
OG Ron, Gary, thank you for coming on. Yeah, and we appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you when I come to Detroit in June. Thanks a lot, brothers.
Please do. God bless y'all. Peace.
Right, appreciate you, OG.
Much respect.
Hey guys, we're gonna go into our close. We'll be up about another 5-7 minutes. Man, this has been an amazing show. I'm telling you, if you ain't got this fire and this real smoke, dude, your wood is wet. And what happens to wet wood? It sinks. So that's the power of the network. Bet on Black, the men, the family, the legacy. So what I want to ask each of us to do is give us a summary of what you gleaned out of this show. And every show, we're going to do that. We're going to get everybody's personal perspective. So we're going to start with the Grasshopper, Nick, my protege. And he don't take this personal, you guys watching the show, because he's wise enough to know that to be connected to Ron Rich, to Gary, is a life-changing moment in his life. Real talk. So what you got for us, Nick?
Man, a lot happened tonight.
Yeah.
A lot happened
Right.
tonight, man. This was fire,
Right.
man. But what I've heard repeated, you know, over and over again amongst the brothers that are on the panel, you know, the original OGs that left, that just left, man. The importance of business, man. That is all coming down to business. Like of course, this is the 7 spheres of money. We talk about money here, but even everything that we talk about outside of money, it all ties back to money, and it all ties back to being a business and being an owner. You know, whether you running a brick and mortar business, whether you got some some commercial real estate or residential real estate in your portfolio, man, it just all comes back to business, you know. And so that's what I'm going to leave with tonight.
All right, cool, man. That's awesome. What, Ron B? You got Ron B?
Yo, like Nick said, my goodness, how can you tease out all them nuggets? You know what I mean? But if you were to ask me that question, I've got to give you a response. And I'm gonna say this: the one thing that popped up in my mind is you've got these various generations of men with varying backgrounds, but still have managed to be successful. That there's so much to be learned, right? So much to be learned. So for me, I was like, my goodness, man, always be learning, right? You've got to maintain an open mind and continue to network with other people, because there are so many different approaches. They've got so much information that they can provide you with that just narrows your learning curve, that minimizes the risk and the loss, but massively accelerates the lessons. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, my goodness, man, always be learning. Just when you think you know everything, you don't. Because all you have to do is have Ron and Gary on the podcast, and you realize there's still so much more to be learned, man. So always be learning, period.
Man, you know what? I'm going to add to that. Applied. Always be learning.
Yes.
But apply it.
And apply it, Dale.
Because you can listen, and without application, you got nothing but paralyzation.
Yes.
I'm going to say that again. You can listen, without application, you got nothing but paralyzation.
Yeah.
You know, but that's facts. Always be learning, but you got to apply this
With
stuff.
the application, Dale. Yes.
Here's one thing that and I bet you Leonard is gonna echo what I'm about to say. As entrepreneurs, one thing a true entrepreneur does, as soon as he or she learns something, they go out and apply it immediately. They don't give a damn about failing, because when that aha moment happens, they go prove it. Is it wrong or is it right? Because if it's right, I should have been doing it yesterday. If it's wrong, skip it and keep moving.
You damn right. You damn right.
Preacher, what you got for us, preacher? Because I know you in the commercial spot, but I saw you start writing, taking some notes, and that's unusual.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, yo, and it kind of piggybacks off of Nick and Ron. It's like, here, when you have game being spit, never be so I'm uppity that I can't learn something. And that's the problem. Like, but that's what we learn from being around men. Like, who taught you how to pee in a toilet? A man taught you how to pee in a toilet. So it's a situation where they've been dropping nuggets. Who taught you English? Who taught you how to walk? Who taught you how to ride a bike? All right, so now you have these OGs teaching you game. I always tell my students, it's the one thing. And before you become a student of mine, you must be teachable.
Yeah.
I can care less what your background is. I can care less how many degrees you got. I just learned, and I wrote it down. My MBA pretty much means massive bank account.
That's so dope. MBA.
I mean, I got an MPA. You know, my black swan out there because I sleep well at night. You know, I'm just like,
Yes.
yo,
Bruh.
the stuff he was dropping, and I'm just like, yo.
I'm like, bruh.
Yo, I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes because you know what? I'm not too elevated, or I have not arrived that I can't be taught.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Biblically speaking, because that's what you came to me for.
Yeah.
A wise man learns from others' mistakes. A fool keep making his own.
Yeah.
So if I have somebody who's already paved the way and they told me what they're doing and it's possible for them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because
yes, sir.
what I'm doing is
Yeah.
I'm taking that wisdom and it's getting transferred over to me and I'm running with that.
And that's
Going
the
back to what
application.
Dale said.
Yep.
Because now I'm not starting from scratch. I'm starting with a blueprint.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. And I hope people don't take as long as maybe some of us have, to really process the information and apply it, because the folks that really do those two things faster than the average person is going to be extremely successful. Nick, right? Because Nick, again, man, you have the potential to be one of those people just given the gap, in our age, and that's not really relevant, but it's important to know, right? That if you take the nuggets that we're sharing, and then the same would apply to us, but actually apply it more consistently, than most, my goodness, can you imagine the potential, man? Scary. So I gotta say.
So check this out. We're gonna close out in about 9 minutes exactly. It'll be exactly 2 hours.
Man, I didn't gave my damn exit speech. Now I got to come up with another one. What the hell?
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. That's my job. That's my job. That's my job. So,
Leonard, what are you doing, man?
What?
Man, get on him. God damn it. Hey, we gave it to him, Leonard.
Yeah.
So we should have closed the show on that. You should have just gave the memo.
I'm throwing this. God damn it, I'm trying my shit off too. Shit. I'm done too, damn it.
You're not going to be sitting here abusing all of this and just no.
Hey, check this out. If you always be learning, you apply it, and then you are not too elevated, too uppity to not learn and take notes and apply it. How do they do that? So how do they do that, guys? They got to plug in to our webinar. They got to plug in into the freaking system. Because again, it starts with the basics. So what I'm going to do to close this out, I'm going to explain to you. Because guess what? Every person on this panel have come through this program. What? Family Finance 101. Pay yourself first. Emergency fund. Roth IRA. Self-retirement plan. Once you get those in place, get your credit score up. Then you'll get access to investing in businesses, real estate, and dividends, like the OG Gary said, and commercial real estate. But if you don't have those ducks in a row, you're fooling yourself, because most of you ain't cut from the same cloth like Gary is. Most of you not cut from the same cloth like Leonard is. Most of you not cut from the same cloth like me, not the same cloth like Ron, and definitely not wise enough to be around men all your life like Nick. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. So we're giving you the basics so that you can go to the next program, which is Got Assets. Now you can get placed where you can get business, real estate, and leverage the tax laws and work with a guy who managed $1 billion portfolio for Kraft Foods. You can work with a guy who does $1 million transactions on Forex without all these clowns out here on the internet. And the way you do that is like Leonard Ray said, if you don't have a business, a real corporation, that has these people represented: accountants, insurance, real estate, financial planners, estate planners, legal advisors. You are not going to meet a Gary, and Gary ain't going to do freaking business with you. I don't think y'all heard me. I'm talking to those who are watching the replay. I'm talking to ones who are live right now, because I have not met in the past 6 months, not one person outside of our network that got all that system together. I met some people making $250,000, $500,000 net worth, $1 million net worth, and they struggling because they don't have that system in place. So what we're going to do for you on this show, Bet on Black, the men, the family, and the legacy, we're going to give you a live webinar Monday, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And all you got to do, you already registered, register again, but you want to get the package. And this is what Leonard Ray taught me. I don't need your freaking membership. I don't need your money. You know why? Because I got Leonard Ray with 100 credit cards and business credit lines that I'm going to your freaking bank anyway to get your damn thousands of dollars getting negligible interest while you sitting up here wondering why you want to invest $300. Real talk. So if you're wise enough, you will get into the program, because you can't invest at our level. And Gary just told you what the definition of accredited investor is. You're not. And if you are, guess what? We got deals for you. But if you're not, and you just want to get 4 figures of passive income monthly, we got that for you. Because all these clowns out here on the internet, again, if you don't realize now, you're watching the replay and you're watching this live, that we will put our team against any freaking team on this freaking planet, and we will knock them down, guaranteed. Because that's what Reginald F. Lewis taught us. Why should white guys have all the fucking fun? What? Because if you don't know, Reginald F. Lewis created the first leverage buyout on the fucking planet internationally for $1 billion for TLC Beatrice Foods. And the reason why they don't showcase that, because they don't want these young black minds to freaking know that, because you did. This race is a fucking race. Racism is nothing but a race about money. That's it. It ain't about white, black, or brown. Yeah, we do have that history, but at the end of the day, it's a fucking race. And the race is won from a team.
Ooh. Say it again for the people in the cheat sheet.
A race is won from a team. So the 4x100.
Huh?
We start off with Nick.
Huh?
We come with Ron B. We come in the third leg, then we anchor that bitch with Leonard Ray, and in the coach's box, we got the OGs, Ron and Gary, telling us what the fuck to do.
Huh?
So if you ain't getting this fire, you need to get plugged fucking in. So stop watching all that bullshit and get plugged into this show. Because we are all free. Unapologetically speak our fucking truth.
Yes.
So I don't have to worry about no white man, no China man, no Asian man. But guess what? I do a lot of fucking business with them. Real talk. But I don't have to promote that on the internet.
Yeah.
And what propelled me to put this show together is because I get tired of listening to excuses from people talking about all this bullshit and listen to these clowns out here smoking blunts, talking about they dripping and they doing this and they ruining our community, when I know in my network 20 fucking years, I got real men with real women, real children who are pillars of society. Are we perfect? Hell no. We make a ton of freaking mistakes. But one thing we don't come up short on is integrity.
Hey.
Humility. And real fucking men. And we with real fucking women.
Get them. Let them know.
So if you don't think we with real women, check us out on Sunday at 7 p.m. and you will hear the equalizers, the completers to the puzzle, the black women who are free in America. who ain't up here trying to fucking compete with us. They're completing us.
Oh. Hey,
this man right here, his wife is a fucking VP of a Fortune 500 company, and she lifts him up. She don't be out there trying to denigrate, knock him down like the Hollywood wives of Atlanta. All you fucking fools. Empire, fucking garbage.
Let's go. Let's go.
And no, I did not plan this tirade, but I want to get you to listen. Wake up.
Yeah.
What they say in Spike Lee movie, School Days. Look at the fucking ending of it. Wake up.
Yeah. And that's all it is, Del. It's passion because you're so serious about it, man. Like it is in your core to want to help people because you realize that you've got a gift, right? And you've got the ability to assist people in a very important aspect of their life, which is financing, man. And all you're saying is tap into our network because we have the information that you need to change your life. And it's not whether or not you can afford it. You can't afford not to be a part of the network. Like you really need to shift your thinking. And then you have to think about the minimum investment that we're talking about today. And it's hard to get away from today's dollars because that's what we use, right, to manage our household. But we need to think more in terms of investing, right? If it's a $500 investment, $1,000 investment, $1,500 investment over your lifetime, that's the cost of entry. But what we fail to really think about is the next step, which is what is your return on that investment? And I promise you, the information that you get from being plugged in 10 times, 100 times that initial investment, if you stay diligent and stay disciplined and committed to the people that are part of this team. So all you're seeing from Dale is the passion because he believes so deeply in himself and the system and the people that he's got plugged into this process. He did everything but pull you physically to get involved. Like that's just passion, right? Because he's so committed to it and he knows the shit actually works. So stop wasting time, get plugged in, and we see you on the other side because we need a little company. You know what I'm saying? It gets a little lonely at the top sometimes. We need more people. So come on and get involved. All right, come on.
Real talk, baby. Real talk. So, hey, you know what? We appreciate everybody who watched the show tonight. It's our second episode. So if you like, you share, subscribe. And if you put negative comments, I don't give a fuck. Because guess what? I don't read the comments because one thing that Ron said, I'm a lion. I'm an eagle. Yeah. I don't never concern myself about betas. I don't concern myself about gazelles. I don't concern myself about mice.
Yeah.
And when you stop listening to that noise, you can become an alpha woman, an alpha man, and an alpha child. And I teach my children by my actions, winners, leaders, and shepherds. And that's why we brought this show because it's an absent void. And that ain't just in our community, it's in America. We're racing to the bottom. And just because somebody make $1 million selling WAP, don't make them valuable and don't make them character. And you'll catch that on the way home.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So we thank you for tuning in tonight to our second part 2 of our initial launch of, Bet on Black, the men, the family, the legacy. On behalf of our protege, Nick Westbrooks, I'm telling you, the wealthiest person on this show is going to be Nick Westbrooks because Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill became a multi-millionaire by getting around winners and applying what they taught him.
Yeah. Right on.
Same thing.
Right
on behalf of my friend Ron Bonds of 20 plus years. Ron and I went to the Trump University program, Robert Kiyosaki program, and we gathered the stuff like a grocery store. We took the positive, eliminate the negative, and we made hundreds of thousands of dollars, even on a fraudulent program that Trump put together. Because you know what we did? That A and that M of STEAM. So if you just plug it in late and we're closing out, science, technology. E is for entrepreneurship. A is for access, which you very rarely get. You ain't never getting access to a Gary. And then the most important part is mentorship, like my good friend, the preacher, Leonard Ray, mentoring my son. I can't put a price on that.
Yeah.
And without him, humility, integrity, and being a real man, we wouldn't have these blessings. So we are excited about you guys. We love you guys. And this show is going to get better every freaking week. So if you're worried about the aesthetic value of it, get the hell off the show. Because you better come from this meat on this freaking potatoes.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we want to wish you a pom-pom lifestyle.
Hey.
Plenty of money and peace of mind. And we want you to come join us on the beaches of the World Club. And it may not be water or sand, but the beach is where your freedom is and your peace of mind and your tranquility. So thank you for watching the show. We'll see you on Monday in the live webinar. And we'll see you on Sunday night. Tune in to the Bet on Black, the women, the family, and the legacy. And Nick, close us out because we're going to pay bills because we got to keep telling you. A wise man told me, you got to tell people 7 times before they even catch you. So
I don't.
We love you guys. That's it. We out. Enjoy the commercial. We'll see you on another side.
All right.
Hi, I'm DJ the Money Coach. Don't touch that dial. You want to become financially independent. You want to have consumer debt freedom. You want to have passive income, learn how to build a business, acquire real estate, and achieve the lifestyle you deserve in 2021? Well, hit that link below right now. We've worked with over 20,000 people in the past 2 decades, helping them become consumer debt free, increase their credit scores by 30 to 60 points in 30 days or less, and help them acquire businesses through real estate, taxes, and a network of experts just like me. So you'll get a complete 3-hour, 18-module course called Family Finance 101, that'll teach you A to Z how to become consumer debt free, credit worthy, and it put you in position to become a certified entrepreneur. We'll also give you a complimentary consultation with me that's a $500 value. Why would you want to do that? Because I have already achieved that, and I can help you achieve your American dream in 2021. Hit the link below, get the free webinar and the complimentary consultation, and I'll see you soon and wish you a pom-pom lifestyle that's plenty of money and peace of mind. Come join us.
Toledo organic tequila is so crisp, so incredibly smooth. It's simply in a category by itself. This is luxury. Life tastes better naturally, so should your tequila. This is Toledo. Enjoy responsibly. Visit ToledoTequila.com to get your bottle of Toledo organic tequila. Get a 10% discount on DJ the Money Coach by entering promo code MONEY at checkout. Again, that's ToledoTequila.com, promo code MONEY to get 10% off your Toledo purchase. Now, let's start the show.